The Ladies Circle, brought to you by Yaz Sanitary Pad, MTN,
Yaz toothpaste and brushes.
Issues, no time to stress on. Ladies Circle, yeah. This is Ladies Circle.
Well, it's another Saturday, and you are welcome to the Ladies Circle right here on TV3. And listen, every single time on the Ladies Circle, every Saturday night, if your TV is not tuned into TV3 watching the Ladies Circle, I really do not know how you're enjoying your weekend, because on here, on the show, we have so much fun. We have a lot of education, maybe sometimes a little banter here and there, but it's all a healthy one, and I'm sure you enjoy. My name is Noella. Now, you know the Ladies Circle is incomplete without the reinforcements. And so let me come on to this side with Sika giving some legs.
Come on.
She said today, I'm giving legs.
Come on.
Mm-hmm. I'm giving what? Gold on the feet.
Come on.
A little bit of shimmer.
Come on.
You know, and some hair tuck behind the ears.
Because the earrings must be seen.
They must be seen. They came, and so they have to represent.
That's right.
Helen is not left out at all. Giving pink on the top, white on the down.
Yes.
You know, some braids with some skirmishes on the side.
You had the song Steez and Composure. That's why I didn't want to give it to you too much. Okay, a little.
It looks like the energy is good today. How's our week been?
It's been wonderful. The year has been progressing nicely. Some amazing things happening all throughout the year. So we're grateful. And of course, where there is life, there is hope.
Love
and where
that.
there is a Saturday evening,
There is Ladies
I'm excited to see you ladies, and I hope you've also been keeping well.
Most steps. Sika, how are you?
Fantastic. I always get such good reviews when I go out, whether I'm doing my hair, whether I'm shopping for groceries. They're like, hey, Ladies Circles, you're doing what? Keeping us young. So yeah, to the Ladies Circle family, we love you, we adore you. Thank you so much for always tuning in.
Thank you so much. Once again, I'd like to remind you, you can be watching us on Facebook at the live stream. That is a TV3 Ghana or DSTV channel 279. But big thank you going out to our sponsors that keep us going every single Saturday. Huge thank you going out to MTN.
And also to Yaz Sanitary Pad. Thank you so much for holding us down.
Now, aside us ladies, we definitely need a guest to join us on the show. Today we have a very interesting topic. And once you see my guest join me, you understand the segregation in colors and their combinations pretty shortly. But this lady was part of Perfect Match Extra Season, and she joins us here. I'm not going to do too much. I'm going to leave you guessing, but just watch the profile. When we come back, we introduce her, and then we get talking. Stay with us.
Black Angela is a bold and ambitious reality TV star, actor, fashion model, professional hairstylist, and fashionista. She thrives on creativity and self-expression, using her platform to make powerful statements through her art, style, and presence. While reality TV introduced her to the public, acting allows her to connect deeply with people by telling emotional and thought-provoking stories. Fashion is her personal language. She doesn't follow trends but sets them, ensuring her style speaks before she does. As a hairstylist, she sees hair as a form of art, identity, and empowerment, transforming others to feel beautiful and confident. With every move she makes, Black Angela is unapologetically building her empire with vision, passion, and authenticity.
And so joining us on the Ladies Circle today is Black Angela. We love it.
Woo.
You're looking nice.
Hello, with the moves.
She came.
Black Angela is in the building. How are we doing, miss?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
Okay, is this a bit of tease and a bit of composure?
It's about to be a good night.
I can feel it. But how have you been?
I've been amazing. I've been good. Doing well.
You still riding on that PM Extra high? Is it
Of
still
course.
as exciting as it was when you walked in on day one?
It is. It is. I mean, since the show started, everything has been amazing. Being on the show and outside the show, it's wonderful.
We'll certainly be getting to know a lot more about what you've been up to since the show ended and what your plans are for the future. But let me just tell you, strap on your seatbelt. Is your seatbelt strapped? Strap it. I think everybody needs to strap their seatbelt tight
Invisible
today.
seatbelt.
It's about to be an interesting ride. We're happy to have you. And
Thank you so much.
It's going to be a good one.
Thank you
Yes,
so
I'm sure
much.
those at home are wondering, hey, did they plan the outfits? No. But when you're in the spirit of your generational group, then this is what happens. You will get it soon enough. Anyway, let's take a little message from Yaz. Now, Yaz is saying that this year it's about confidence, no double checking, walking into those rooms and knowing that you're fully protected, especially at that time of the month. Now here on the Lady Circle, we swear by Yaz. We love all the flavors and all the different types that they have. Now, if you haven't used Yaz before, let me tell you what they have in store for you. They have the Yaz Extra Long, Yaz Minty, Yaz Heavy Flow, or Yaz Herbal. You can also try the all-new Yaz Minty Extra Long Sanitary Pad. It comes in mint with extra long wings and a free panty liners with disposable bags. And that's the part we really like here on the Lady Circle. With this, you're always good to go. So make sure you choose Yaz and choose right. And here on the Lady Circle, we definitely choose Yaz. Well, like I said, it's about to go down. Ladies, are you ready?
Something like that.
It's about to be a showdown here on the Lady Circle. Make sure you take a quick snack when we come back. It's Millennials versus Gen Z.
And welcome back to the Ladies Circle. Before we went on the break, Sika mentioned that we're going to be having a Gen Z versus Millennial conversation. We're asking all the questions. It'll be just a little bit of a banter, you know what we're saying, just a little bit. But you can also join us the conversation. Just join us on our Facebook stream. It is a TV3 Ghana. So just go on there. Let us know what you think about any questions that come up on the show. Let us know your thoughts as well. But just to give a bit of a context, you know, quite a number of people feel like Gen Zs are just everybody that is just young, you know, and the millennials are just old people. Please, just take a breather, okay? So now, if you're born between the years of 1981 to 1996, know that you are a millennial. So if you're 44 years this year, you're 29 years this year, you are a millennial. Now, coming to the Gen Zs, it's from 97 to 2012, okay? So those born after 2012 are not Gen Zs, please. They're not Gen Zs, okay? So that age range is also between 13 to 28 years old. So if you're 28, you are Gen Z, please. Take it.
Okay.
If you're 28, you are Gen Z, okay? Now, I mean, there are a lot of influences when it comes to both years. And so we're going to be getting into the conversation pretty shortly. Definitely, you can see from the way that we're dressed that Black Angela and I
Of course.
are on one side.
Wow.
I'm talking about the colors.
Shots
I'm talking
fired.
about the colors, please.
Shots fired already, Ajwa.
Don't do that. Helen Antika.
Team Millennial in the house!
Wisdom, wisdom,
And
wisdom.
let me just say, the millennials, we have the categories, okay? We have younger millennials.
Yes.
And we have
Older
senior
millennials.
millennials,
Yes.
okay? But we are representing for the millennials, okay? So do the math. We're in between the ages of 29 and 44, okay? Do your own mathematics right here. We're representing. And of course, Team Gen Z, they decided to go the denim route.
So Gen Z.
So Gen Z.
Yeah.
And it was so unplanned.
It was so unplanned.
Yeah.
It's just the spirit.
And then if you even fudo at period.
Yes.
But you know, when it comes to you, Black Angela, I'm sure you get that a lot. You know, when they're having conversations and they're throwing the word Gen Z around and Gen Z here, Gen Z there, you're this and you're that. How do you feel about the entire Gen Z and millennial? Because there's a very silent battle that is going on.
Right.
You know.
I feel like people think the conception of Gen Z is that people think we are raised by the internet. We are only raised by the internet.
Right.
But then, even though it's true, we still learn from society and, of course, from the millennials. So
Yeah.
Gen Z is not all Gen Z bad Gen Z.
I beg to differ.
Why do you beg to differ? Why are you differing?
I came here to fight for my millennials.
Okay.
Yes, it is true that the internet is very rife in terms of how you people perceive life, how you people are brought up, etc., etc. However, there's just this disruptive energy about Gen Z-ness. And when I say disruptive, I'm not saying, in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like, you're here to change things. You're here to make your mark known. So sometimes when you say, we still kind of follow societal norms, most of the times I'm just like, really? Like, you're here to let us know that, no, we're here to disrupt and just let people know that we are changing things, we are changing the mindset, we're changing how things are viewed. And for me, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes I wish I had that Gen Z fire, that need to go out and, let my voice be heard and be disruptive in a positive way, you know? So sometimes, I mean, I don't know if that's true. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I feel. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
And it has its positives and negatives. I'm sure you will agree.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I feel like also there are two sides. Like the way you said there are older millennials and younger millennials, because if we're being honest, Gen Zs are raised by both millennials and then those above the millennials.
Oh,
And
so we your mothers.
I mean, yeah, it's possible.
Okay.
No.
It's possible. Because if you're 44, you can raise a 14-year-old.
Because there's one is enough, okay? She has one kitty boom, that's enough.
If you're 24, you can raise a 20-year-old, and that 20-year-old is a Gen Z.
Yeah.
So it's both sides. So I feel like that also influences the kind of decisions that you make, because if you're raised by like a 50-year-old as a Gen Z, your mindset is sort of different. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Because I like to describe myself as like a Gen Z with a millennial mindset, right? Because I feel like I've had all experiences. I grew up in a very, like, with my grandmothers, my aunties, and everybody. So there was that family bonding. There was a part where everybody is your mother. Everybody is your father. Everybody can correct you at any time. Your grandparents can
And do you
correct
take that correction?
I did take the correction. For most of my life, I was with them.
Okay.
So I didn't really get into the social media upbringing. I mean, I child on social media, so we had to get in there because of work, post a bit. But I don't take the
Yes, it's not
it
invading
doesn't
your
train
life.
me, exactly.
Yeah.
I already have the foundation, and then this is like what is going on. So sometimes I do see like Gen Zs and how they relate and everything. They want to come on social media and pour it out, and you can't mess with me. I have this, I have that, and I'm like, chill.
Adwa is a mature thinking Gen Z, and I've got to hand it to where
You get it?
I would say that the way that Noella carries herself, wise beyond her years. But this conversation always cracks me up.
Yeah.
And I love that Noella started off by saying that it's like a silent banter. Let me tell you something. The millennials, we don't care. We have so many problems. We actually don't. It's kind of funny to watch, but ask any millennial.
Yeah.
They say, we don't have the knees. We are focusing on our knees and silent battle.
The waist.
You people are battling on your own. We might humor you. Oh, they care. They take it that far.
I actually care, yeah.
Oh,
they have this
you
perception
care.
that we are trying to change
they
everything
care,
because they have things that they came to meet. So we are supposed to, but we are not trying to change anything. We flip it just a little bit, and then we try to ask questions like, why are they what they are?
Yeah.
Like, do you understand?
Then let me retract. Some of the millennials, you are over caring, but I can understand that that as well. I also wanted to say that this conversation also reminds me of when you are leaving school. Every batch is the most stubborn batch the headmaster has ever encountered. I think about the boomers and their era in the 70s, when my parents, I've got pictures of my mom and dad in some of the shortest attire you can find, the men especially, and they were the most stubborn batch the universe had ever seen. So I feel as though as time progresses, each generation maybe gets a bit bolder, times change, and we get a bit more daring. And I think that was like coming after the Gen Zs. La ilah.
Listen, I'm afraid for my daughter. Honestly, afraid for my daughter.
People are talking about Gen Z.
Yeah.
But those alpha babies and those after those alpha babies.
Listen, let's stick to the topic though. I would like to ask you, because our upbringing, for me, I would not trade my upbringing for anything.
Yeah.
The fact that we did not have social media to literally pick on every single flaw that we had, to report every mistake that we made in our lives. Listen, thank you, Jesus. Because if I had to go through what Gen Zs are going through now, honestly, like I might go crazy. So I'm asking you, or how do you feel about being in a generation whereby you're literally, like your whole life is pretty much magnified by what other people think, but sometimes strangers. How does that make you feel?
You see, Gen Zs are wild, and the internet is like all over the place. Everybody has something to say. Everybody knows what's up. So if like
You hear that? Everybody knows what's up.
Everybody knows.
But that one is not new. We've been saying that. There's this come with some new terms.
You guys are taking all.
If you find yourself in this situation, you would definitely find somebody who is going through the same thing and is saying something about like something related to your situation and how to deal with it. So I feel like they are more like they learn more from people outside than you know, so they are able to deal with these things easily.
But then why
because
is
they feel
that?
like they can say anything, you can do anything.
True, but then don't you think like this whole prevalence of mental health issues, like I would agree. I don't think that back in the day we did not have, or there wasn't an there was an absence of mental health. I think it was there, but there was a level of control. There was a level of like I don't know how to put it exactly.
I feel like,
Maybe
Siga, you're saying that these days you are absorbing so much more information. In my time, you go on High Five 1 or 2, you're pretty much outside. Before the internet would connect to the modem.
That's only a problem.
I mean, you probably abandoned it to go outside to,
Get some
play
fresh
with your
air.
friends, get some air, you know. But these days, I mean, we're soaking up so much bad news, and Gen Zs are doing it from a much younger age. I can see why the issues, like mental health issues, are on the rise.
So don't you think that's a negative, is basically what I'm saying. Like, I feel like Gen Zs now are looking for their tribe, somebody to connect them, somebody to validate them, somebody to say, oh, I'm also going through that issue. Because for some reason, that makes you feel better.
Yeah.
But
That's
how,
true.
does it really, or is it just a temporary fix?
Well, it depends on the individual, but then I feel like it's not permanent, it's temporal. And these mental health issues are also formed from people's perception on others. We are always seeking validation from other people and stuff like that. We don't really get to connect more with the millennials or the elderly to listen to them. Everything is social
But
media.
did you just call us elders?
You know,
older than
you're
us,
older than
Wow.
But you know,
Wow. Okay,
Also,
the fight has started.
Wait,
The fight has
you have
on.
You have
Yes.
experienced more from
But
nature.
you guys don't
and
listen.
it's not our fault.
Whose fault is it?
I feel like it's the space. It comes with the space,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
Because, like you said, there's been so much exposure. Like, you know, back in the day, you barely see certain things. Like right now, there's almost. I'm not to like make it sound a certain way, but every single thing someone is going through has a name for it. You know, when it comes to the mental health, there's a name for every single thing. Once you put it out there, someone can diagnose you, and then all of a sudden it sticks in your head. And I feel like it comes with being exposed to everything that is going on, seeing too many things. Now you're questioning, am I like this? Is this going to happen to me? Is this da 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 da? But back in the day, there was a sort of how do I say? There's an inner resistance, like an inner ability to fight your own battles.
So I'm so glad you said that.
No,
because I'm not. I was gonna say something like that, and I didn't want to be put into trouble, right? Because when my interaction with Gen Zs is this sort of privilege that soft life that they have, where it's like, oh, we can chalk everything off to, oh, this is giving shackles, it's giving prison, it's giving hard labor, it's giving, and we're, you know.
And when they get tired, they say, it's not giving.
It's not giving.
There's no explanation.
I mean,
You know?
there's nothing wrong with that.
there's nothing
No,
wrong
please.
with it.
But then, you know, your lives now have been built on the hard work, the resistance of generations before you.
Nobody is
and
denying that.
And we're hoping that you as Gen Zs can also be the foundation that the alphas and whatever. But if we are breaking down because it's giving hard work, then I'm afraid as to what's going to happen. You know, I'm not saying that your worries and your thingies are not valid. I'm not saying that you actually stating, because I don't think generations before you didn't feel the stresses that you were going through. I don't think they wanted to do hard work. I don't think anybody does. However, you guys are very vocal about it, when sometimes it's like, no, we've got to buckle down and get these things done. But it's giving Mental Health Day, which is okay, because what can you say, Helen, when someone says, I need a mental health day? You can't
it's
say,
not giving productivity today, I'm out of here.
you know, you can't say anything.
But I have to say, let me say something for the Gen Zs, because if there's something that I do love about Gen Zs,
their confidence.
Is the confidence.
Oh, yes.
And sometimes millennials, we could learn a thing or two. I love that Tika talked about that disruptive energy. I think by now we all know where I fall. And I sometimes I find myself agreeing with a lot of things that Gen Zs have to say when it comes to kind of putting yourself first, and especially in the workplace. Not that, you know, every other day I'm trying to take the day off, but being assertive as well, and not letting maybe older folks also walk all over you. But that's also very culturally specific. So it's a bit dicey to fully get into that. But I've got to give it to the Gen Zs. And sometimes a millennial wishes that they could bring that energy, but
when
you know,
they remember,
they just get into that zone, and I feel like sometimes we can be restricted. Maybe I don't hang around enough, you know, too many Gen Zs, but that is something that I can say that I aspire to, that sort of confidence to say, this is my identity. Whether it's going well or it's not going well, I'm cemented in it. We could learn from the Gen Zs, and certainly Gen Zs, you could learn from the millennials.
It's a two-way thing. In fact,
but what do you personally think you could learn from the millennials? And then we can also tell you what we could learn from the Gen Zs.
For me, because of my experience, I feel like I have, and then I have both sides, right?
Okay.
I think that for Gen Z, some of the things that they can learn is patience.
Not to pick up a phone, 1, 2,
like
and
just try to let time do some work. You know, let time pass over certain things. Because for Gen Zs, listen, once I get into it, it's not giving, this is not where I'm supposed to be, I'm out. But just sometimes, just take a breather. Like, just let time. Sometimes when it's just like the next day, let's take it like a day after. When the next day comes,
it's giving shackles.
You will be fine, you know?
Yeah.
But once you get in, it's very like the energy is giving, I'm out, I'm not doing it again. This is fine, you're out. But just be, just take your time. Even in the way you respond to things. Like when somebody says something, you are so quick to defend. So just be patient.
Clap back culture.
Like calm down. You know, that one is so high. Yeah. But also another thing I feel like the Gen Zs are also really playing on now is creativity. Oh yeah. I think there's a lot of diversity in like the things that people do. Like sometimes you feel like there's just one way to do something, but you see somebody doing it a different way, and theirs is so unique.
Definitely.
Theirs is so like, you know, so the creativity, I'm not even going to take it out.
Yeah.
And you know, the confidence is there. You know, Gen Z's confidence is there.
Yeah. But sometimes you think it's confidence without some substance? Sometimes.
It's possible. It's possible. Sometimes the confidence is just...
I love it.
Yeah.
It's possible.
It is. It really is possible, because sometimes the confidence comes in, there are two sides. It's either it's coming in because you know what you have, and you know that, listen, it is not going to go anywhere. Like, I have it. It is me. So I know that when I enter the room, whatever happens, I am the one that has whatever. And that is not being proud.
Yeah.
Just knowing what you have and knowing what you can give.
Yeah.
But there's also the other side that gives, listen, I am me. Okay, just don't come and stress me. I am the finest girl. I am the prettiest. I wear the finest shoes. And I feel like those things are a bit, you know.
Sometimes, but is that simply a product of youth as well? Sometimes that over exuberance, no matter what generation you find. Some of these are also just a byproduct of being exuberant, youthful exuberance. Everybody grows up, everybody slows down.
So maybe there will be some level of growth that's going to come in the next years, which will be beautiful to see as well, honestly. But you were shaking your head before we wrap up. What would you say is like you love, let's just say, about being Gen Z, and what do you think you can learn from millennials?
I love that we kind of normalize everything.
We have a name for everything.
We have a name for everything. Like everything is not that deep. to us. So anybody could just be feeling some type of way and ranting and banting, and we just don't care because it's not that deep. If you can calm down, everything will be fine. That's how we think, basically. Like it's normal. Yeah. Something like that. And I think what I can learn from the millennials is patience. She mentioned I feel like it comes from both sides. Yeah. Yeah. We need to be patient.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. That's wisdom to us as well, you know. And we need to, I feel like, Helen, we need to give them some breathing room to grow.
Oh, they should feel free.
to grow, experience life as well, the life that we're in currently, because this is a different life that we were brought up in as well. So I think we're holding on too tight to what we knew as young people, you know, growing up. So we also have to sort of like change our mindset to be able to adapt to what's happening now. And like Helen said, like if I had an ounce of you guys' confidence, like wow, you know, I appreciate
the way you're just wow.
Like I appreciate your confidence, your understanding. Listen, on period,
clack it.
I think you have it.
No, but then it's like if I also took life as this is not that deep. It's not that deep. We would not be as stressed as we are, because you guys you personify such beauty and confidence, honestly. And I wish we had that. But when it comes to the hustle culture, tell you guys, you're not there.
Our hustle is different.
And the soft life.
Yeah. Our hustle is here.
It's here. It's here. You know. And everything else. But I'm glad that we get to be in this space with you guys because we're also learning so much. And that's on what? Period. Absolutely. Hope you've enjoyed that conversation. We have so much more coming your way here on the Lady Circle. Let's take a quick breather. When we come back, we let our hair down.
And we are back. Thank you so much for returning to us right here on the Lady Circle on TV3. We're having a very exciting discussion. In fact, let me call it a battle royale. Millennials versus Gen Z. We're talking about how these two generations have been navigating life, are navigating life, and also some of the pitfalls that each generation has to think about, examine, and explore. But right about now, we're going to throw it over to Ajwa Noella. She's a Gen Z, what do we call Gen Z correspondent this morning, this evening.
I'm bringing both of us together, you know, because while we have our differences, while, you know, there's all of those things, there's still something.
You're the bridge, though.
You are the bridge.
Listen.
All right.
I'm the perfect bridge. We definitely have some things in common, and that is definitely going to be our topic today on 5 things. It's very interesting, because once I read it, I'll throw it to you to share your 1s and 2s on that particular one. So these are 5 things to know about both Gen Zs and millennials, okay? Things we have in common. The first one says they're the most digitally connected generations. I mean, we could definitely give it up for that, because when it comes to the millennials, we know about the emails, we know about the Facebook. When it comes to the Gen Zs, there's the TikTok, there's the Instagram, there's all of those things, and it goes wide. I mean, you were sharing your experience about where you had your first email.
Yes, with
Please
high
give me,
five.
please give it up.
Yes, with high five. I think high five is the one that I remember the most, and then shortly after, I guess Facebook came and took over this.
Yeah, I also remember MySpace.
MySpace! Oh, and of course, you had MSN Messenger.
Yes.
You would sign it out so many times, so your crush would see that you had signed in.
What is it? Blackberry pin?
Oh, indeed. They're like, send me your pin, and then you could let your friend's phone vibrate, right?
You missed out.
The only downside to our technological come up is how long you had to wait
for the internet to connect.
You had to connect. It wasn't wireless, it was much wireful. You connect the wire and the internet would go.
Listen, but that's you can't relate. So nostalgic.
Slide into the DMs, and by the next day you have a response. It's just very quick and sharp on this side. But we definitely have something in common. Okay, so number 2. they view work and success differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
It is so
success?
different.
What does success mean to you? Like, what is your idea of success?
Somebody with a career,
Okay.
like something going on for them
Yeah.
in life. They are comfortable.
Like a 9 to 5.
Not particularly. It could be, anything. As long as you have something going on for yourself, you're
Yeah.
comfortable,
Yeah.
living a normal life.
You can do the vacays,
Yeah,
the
you
girls'
A little bit
trips.
of letting your hair down.
Exactly.
Please
Okay.
educate us.
Well, I wanted to ask, throw it back to Sika, what does success mean to you?
Funny enough, I think even though we view it differently in terms of what we need to do to attain
Yeah.
it or to get there, I think the end goal is actually almost the same. I want to be able to, fly to Doha, fly to
Yeah.
Bali, fly to Monaco, and, on a whim. I don't want to have money problems. I want to have a comfortable
Yeah.
life. It's just that the work I'm willing to put in
Exactly.
to get that comfortable life is
Yeah.
not what you guys are willing to put in.
No. Ours is very
Not
quick,
at all.
sharp
Can
on the
I
beat.
just also say that I think some of that also has to do with COVID. I say
Yeah.
that because when COVID came and a lot of us were forced to stay at home, this generation that is quick on their feet
Very
with
creative.
social media, found a way to actually make money in ways that are quite unique. So
Yes.
as older folk, we also try to jump on it, but their minds are fertile. So
Yeah.
they're grasping it quicker. And now success looks so different. People were dancing. Nasty.
Listen.
And they made a killing out of it. I think that has maybe
Yeah.
something to also
Yeah.
do with that shift
Yeah.
in work culture, working from home, not going to the office, and the Gen Zs, they latched
Like,
onto it.
For you guys, I think it's work smart, not hard.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
And
I
that's
feel like
something we need to.
entrepreneurship is like
Yes.
a thing for us more. I
Yeah.
mean, you guys wouldn't mind climbing up the ladder, like
Yes.
go
Yeah.
from one point to another and eventually becoming CEO. But us, we want to move out. Want to move out and start,
Love
become
it.
our own CEOs and be
Yeah.
controlling everything. But I mean, eventually there's success and there's work in there. So it depends on how you see it. Okay, so number 3, they're changing the consumer culture. This one is a very interesting one. Because I feel like also there's a whole social media thing that comes with this one as well. Because when the whole COVID thing happened, listen, there were a lot of things that you had to go on social media to do. Like now your business had to go on social media. Like whether you're doing it indoors or outdoor,
Right.
it was just social media. So even with this one, I feel like it's a more unified, it's very into each other, especially different, more than the work and success. Because now everybody has a social media aspect to whatever they're doing. And I feel like even with companies, like even corporate bodies are even coming into the social media space, trying to do something. So the consumer, I feel like we're influencing. Which is good, which is okay. But yeah, that's just, do you want to say something about this particular one?
No, we agree.
You're good?
But do
Okay.
you think COVID is the factor, it's what caused the
I think
the
that's one
change?
part of it. That's one part that is very obvious that everybody was affected with COVID. Maybe do you have any other ones that you can point out?
I think we were definitely heading in that direction
Yeah.
anyway, but I
Yeah.
think COVID expedited the
Yeah.
situation,
Made it quicker.
whereby we just got there quicker, and then we had to play catch up because you guys were able to sort of imbibe and get the
Yeah.
hang of things really
Yeah.
quickly. I mean, look at AI. We are still struggling. The way we use ChatGPT is not how you use ChatGPT.
No, not at all.
But COVID just made it. We got there faster. Yeah.
Okay. Well, number 4, it says they lead the charge in social media.
Come on.
And I'm going to give it up to millennials
Millennials.
and Gen Zs as well. Now, you know that I love a good protest. I love a good protest me.
Yeah.
And I think that even on home soil, some of the protests that we've seen in recent times, I've seen millennials and Gen Z spearhead.
Yeah.
Millennials maybe taking a front seat a little bit, but Gen
Yeah.
Z's right behind,
We'll be
getting
behind
involved,
doing the work.
very vocal with
Yeah.
the things that they're passionate about. And I think that's something that we collaborate really effectively on, that social advocacy,
Yeah.
that energy, and long may it continue.
Yes, well done, guys.
And the final one, they are redefining self-expression. Self-care,
Yeah.
body positivity,
Yes.
diversity, and all of those things
but
happening.
to a point where I feel like we're actually going a bit far when it comes to that whole, you know, self-expression, etc., etc.
The whole mental health issue, all of those
Well,
things.
not the mental health issue. Actually, I'm glad we have a generation that's willing to speak up for their mental health. I don't want them to use it as a crutch necessarily. I want them to have more of like a resilient spirit to know that even though we're going through these things, we will overcome. I feel like a lot of people just tend to go there and use it, you know, for any reason whatsoever. But I'm not denying the fact that it's very, very prevalent because you're, like we said, you're consuming so much. I mean, in our time, we used to watch By the Fireside. We used to watch Concert Party. We used to watch,
yo!
You know, Black Angela is looking at you guys like, what's going on?
What is going on?
Right.
You know, we you know, our daily intake of content was very controlled. You know, and we love that. Now you have so many different platforms.
Very diluted.
So it's very, oh my goodness, so many things, and people are willing to sometimes share unnecessary things.
Very raw.
Very raw things.
You know,
you know,
my imperfections are my perfections.
yes,
You're
you know.
saying we don't respect, in other words.
No, I'm not saying that you don't respect. I'm saying that you are now exposed to so much that I feel like mentally your brain is not able to contain that much. I think just as human beings, we're not supposed to like
Take in
so much. And we are. You're going on Snapchat right after
Listen,
you
we're
close
connected.
Snapchat. You do TikTok right after TikTok, Instagram. I mean, did you ever go on Facebook?
No.
You know, then you're watching all these other. It's just so much. When somebody tells me, "Oh, I've gone on Netflix and I still have nothing to watch," sometimes I'm just like, if you had one show that came on TV,
It's possible.
La Superdora.
Superdora, like, you know, Flintstones,
You know
like,
Oshin.
Oshin, listen. Then
You know Kondo Siasmia. You know Rosalinda.
You would wait.
Do you know are those cartoons?
La. You had to wait, and if your parents were strict like mine, bedtime was at 9 p.m. But you want to watch Passions, maybe they let you watch the first 10 minutes. I could kiss the lips of the one and the sweet man. Remember that one?
That is it for my
You are my passion for life.
It's a cartoon. You know,
Did you watch cartoons?
we did. But the cartoons that I mean, Flintstones.
I mean, I don't like
The
classics still.
Jetsons,
I still like the Jetsons, a bit of Tom and Jerry, Johnny Bravo, Powerpuff Girls.
Right? Captain Planet. Oh my God, you guys
I am
missed out.
done with
Sweet
my
memories.
You know.
That is it for I mean, like we said, even though we have our own differences and all of those things, we definitely have, you know, that point where we all come together. We have something common that we can share. So that is 5 things for today. Very interactive, very interesting. And yeah,
We still love you guys. We still love you.
we love you too.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Ajwa, for that. It's nice to know that we're also, you know, we're on the same page sometimes or most times. And we love you guys to death. All right.
And so the final results are as follows. I'm not even going to recap the points. Gen Zs, take the day! Give it up, give it
Gen
up.
Z.
All right, and what a game that was. The Gen Zs, they take the day. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. Young and talented. What can I say? I'm not jealous at all. But Black Angela, I'm going to give you a small task, all right? I know you guys don't always follow instructions well, but this one, I know you're able to nail it. I want you to look into that particular camera and let the good people know that we're going on a quick break and we will be right back.
Thank you for tuning in to the Ladies Circle. We will be going on a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back. This is still the Lady Circle here on TV3. Hashtag the Lady Circle. Make sure you drop your comments, your likes, your opinions, your thoughts. We love them all. All right, a very big shout out to MTN and Yaz, of course, for holding down the Lady Circle. We've unfortunately come to the end of the episode, I know.
And that's on what?
That's on period.
Thank you.
Huh? That's on It's Giving great show.
Yes.
But we will definitely be back same time next week. But before we do that, let's ask our beautiful Black Angela, Melanin Queen. What has been going on with you? What has life been like? What new projects you're working on?
I've been good. Life has been good after the show. I am currently studying a YouTube. I am launching my wig business.
Please flip it.
Flip it. All right.
Yeah.
All right,
It's called a Wig Aura.
Okay.
And it's launching soon. This beautiful hair is made by Wig Aura, of course. And I'm gonna get into acting, a little bit of, other stuff, more opportunities, still modeling, your favorite fashionista is still, there. So I'll be doing more styling as well. And any other opportunities that comes my way, I am ready to embrace everything.
I mean, I want to know what kind of content you're going to be doing on YouTube.
Lifestyle, vlogs, beauty, makeup, dress, everything.
Yeah.
Just lifestyle.
Well,
What's been the most surprising thing since you became famous, you got out of the house? What has surprised you the most?
Is the love. The love from outside is it's amazing. It's like everyone is so sweet, loving. I don't know. I'm like, am I that cool? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the love. But yeah.
Yeah. All right, and I'm sure there is definitely more love to come. In fact, Yaz wants to show you some love. Can you say segue? Huh?
We love it.
We love a segue. Yaz is saying that you did so well in the house and for all you achieved. Here you go.
God.
Have some Yaz. There's everything for every single occasion. So I'm
this
sure
is
the next
so
couple of months, Yaz will have you sorted. So yeah.
so maybe your first content can be unboxing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, I will do that. Thank you so much, Yaz, for this special package. Oh my God, I feel so loved and still loved. It's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on the show. I'm sure you enjoyed yourself.
I
You'll come back
did.
again.
I will.
Next time.
I will.
With some
Amazing.
aura.
Yes.
Yeah.
More fun.
Aura for
wigs.
all of us.
Yeah.
For everyone.
Yes.
Indeed. Well, that has been our show for today. I'm sure you learned a thing or two, and I'm sure you also had your little banter while we were having the conversation. Do we have any thank yous to say to any designers?
No,
we're
just
good.
thank you.
Today is a Miami
Couture.
de Couture kind of day, but DMC Tailoring made these pants. I love them. I wear them all the time. Very comfortable. Addis Beauty on the hair as always. That's about it. Yeah.
Oh, Angela, do you have any thank yous to say?
Self-stylist.
Okay.
Perfectionist. Hey, the word is hey. Anyways,
I mean, it is you from head to toe.
yes.
Black Angela from head
Black
to toe.
Angela.
We love it. And so, guys, I'll see you same time next week on the show. This has been the Ladies Circle. We'll be back next week.
The Ladies Circle, brought to you by Yaz Sanitary Pad, MTN, Yaz Toothpaste and Brushes.